According to the Interior Minister of Ukraine, a Russian missile struck a police headquarters in the city of Kryvyi Rih, causing at least one death and numerous injuries. According to Ukrainian sources, at least 3 persons have also died as a result of Russian airstrikes in Kherson. Local elections are being held in portions of Ukraine that Russia has occupied. However, Kyiv and its Western allies consider the elections to be a fraud. After it was discovered that Elon Musk's Starlink satellite communications interfered with a drone operation, Kyiv accused him of allowing Russian soldiers to attack Ukrainian cities under cover of darkness. British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak asserts that it is not his job to direct India's stance on the conflict in Ukraine. It's not for me to tell India what positions to take on international issues, but I know India rightly cares about the international rule of law, the UN Charter and respect for territorial integrity, Sunak said in an interview with the news agency ANI when asked about India's stance. India has refrained from blaming Moscow for the conflict and has repeatedly advocated for a diplomatic settlement. Additionally, Sunak will advise his Indian colleague to call out Russia on the war at the G20 summit, according to a Friday Financial Times report. According to Russia, it has thwarted a number of assaults along the front line and cost Ukrainian forces hundreds of lives. According to the Russian Ministry of Defense, the southern grouping of troops units successfully repelled 12 attacks in the Donetsk direction. In the Zaporizhia direction, units of the Russian group of troops during the day repelled 5 attacks, it added. Ukraine has been trying to regain territory but has not yet made significant territorial breakthroughs against heavily fortified Russian lines during its counteroffensive. Bangladeshi Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has called for a peaceful end to the war in Ukraine. During a meeting with visiting Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, Hasina called for finding a way to stop the Russia-Ukraine war through negotiations in a peaceful manner, state-run Bangladesh Sangbad Sangstha reported. Lavrov arrived in Dhaka, the capital of Bangladesh, on Thursday and left for India early on Friday to attend the G20 conference. During his visit, Lavrov also had a meeting with the Bangladeshi Foreign Minister, A.K. Abdul Momin. A man was apprehended by Russia's FSB security forces for attempting to blow up a train in Crimea. The suspect, a Russian national in his mid-40s, was allegedly gathering information on the deployment of Russian Defense Ministry facilities and units, according to the FSB. Despite its overall imports declining, Spain is becoming more and more dependent on Russian natural gas, according to government data. According to CORS, a division of the Ministry of Energy and the Environment, Spain's imports from Russia increased by 65% in July compared to the same month a year prior, while its imports of gas decreased by 14%. As a result, Russian gas's percentage of all imports increased to 28% in July from 14.5% in the corresponding month of 2022. After Algeria, Russia is now Spain's second-largest gas supplier. Despite the EU's intention to wean itself from Russian fossil fuels, Spain is not the only country in the Union that purchases Russian gas. In comparison to the same period in 2021, before the Ukraine crisis, EU nations imported roughly 40% more liquefied natural gas, LNG, from Russia between January and July. Elections taking place in Ukrainian districts that Russia has occupied are condemned by the British Foreign Secretary. You can't hold elections in someone else's country, James cleverly wrote on X, formerly known as Twitter. Sham elections staged by Russia in Ukraine are an abhorrent attempt to validate its unfounded claims to Ukrainian land. Voting has already started and will end on Sunday in the regions of Donetsk, Luhansk, Kherson, and Zaporizhia. While voting is taking place in the Kherson region, 2 Ukrainian drones were shot down by Russian air defense systems, according to the Russian TASS news agency. According to Marina Zakharova, the head of the Regional Election Commission, 2 drones were shot down by an air defense system today in the Skadovsk municipal district, close to polling places. We are fully aware that there would have been human casualties if they had succeeded in their mission.